Hey folks, Fernando doing another video for the Modern Survivalist, and I keep wondering where are all the gun channels, all the conservative YouTube channels commenting always about the moral high ground that they supposedly stand on. Where are all those guys? Because I don't find them. I mean, there's none of them basically commenting on the Black Rifle Coffee situation. None of them. They just shut up, no comment whatsoever, and I get it. But it's still so telling. I mean, I looked for them yesterday, nothing. Today, nothing. I think there's just one channel that has over 100,000 subscribers that made any comment at all, and then that's just it. I haven't found any of the big channels making any statement either for or against, but taking a position, making a case for one side or the other. You know, this would be one of those cases in which you either go, yeah, I completely agree with this idea, yes, you know, firearms should be for law enforcement and military, well-trained personnel only, and civilians have no business owning or handling firearms. We stand for that, or no, we just don't stand for that. We believe in the Second Amendment and that the people are the ones that should have firearms, not just, you know, special forces guys. I'm not hearing any of that. And I know exactly why it is. It's because of this, because the nice sweet money, you know. And it is sad. It is sad that people talk. It's so easy. Talk is cheap. You know, actually standing for something is not. But the purpose of this video is just showing you guys how this goes down, because everyone likes to talk about, well, I'm going to be doing this, I'm going to be doing that, I'll be the first one. Everyone is a fucking revolutionary until they lose $100. It is pathetic. How much money are you getting paid? I mean, are you so worried about losing your Black Rifle Coffee sponsorship that you don't dare mention any of this? Really? When a kid, because he's a kid, you know, Kyle is a 17-year-old kid. He's no hero. He's no, you know, warrior. He's just a kid that found himself in a crappy situation and was lucky enough to manage to defend himself and make it out of there alive. But that is all there is here. You know, good-hearted kid, no doubt whatsoever. But at the moment in which you only had to take a stand and say, yeah, I agree with that, I think he did right, I stand with him. No. The same fuckers who would call him a damn hero, patriot, blah, 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 blah. Now when the sponsor says, yeah, no, that was not cool, okay, shh, we all shut up, we don't say a word, and we keep talking about something else. You're exactly like the left. You're exactly like those dirty commies that pretend not to see reality. You're exactly like the Youngturks when they talk about Kyle shooting peaceful protesters and not mentioning the rapist, not mentioning the bastard with a gun, or the sociopath with a skateboard trying to bash his head in. You don't mention any of that. You don't mention anything that is controversial and not convenient, and you just keep on rolling with it. I just think it's sad. I think it's pathetic to have such. But you know what? If I sound a little bit upset, just a tiny little bit, maybe I am. But you know what? I'm kind of bored because this is so expected. This was so obvious all along. People always do this. People always like to think that we're so special. No, this would never happen here. No, we're completely different. We're not like you guys. No. But yes. You're exactly like the rest of them. You're exactly like everyone else that only worries about his pocket, how much money he's making. And it's the same all over the world. It's no different from Argentina, United States, any other country. You have 9 out of 10 times people that, you know, talk. When it comes down to it, they just shut the fuck up and take their money and go on with their lives, right? And in my experience, I feel, you know what? I feel old. I feel like I've lived a million years because it is always the same thing. You see it time and again. The ones that talk the most, the ones that the loudest they are, the real loudmouths, and especially the ones that have the high moral, the guys that label themselves as Christians and this and that. Those are usually the ones that fall first. Those are the ones that send you emails with shady crap that should be ashamed of themselves, trying to self-promote and all that bullshit, those are the ones that shut the fuck up and just take the money and pretend they haven't seen anything. It's always the same thing, guys. So yeah, it's a little bit depressing, but the purpose of this video is just to warn you that this is the way it is. It's the same in Argentina, it's the same in the United States. You may think, oh no, this is completely, no, it's not different. It's always the same thing. People are the same. People let you down. People will fall like a fucking wet noodle when they see the chance, when they, I mean, we're talking about money. We're not talking about anyone putting a gun to anyone's head yet, right? The only one that had a gun to his head was Kyle. When that bastard tried to shoot him, I mean, he luckily got him in the biceps, because if not, he would be dead. That's the only one that actually had a literal gun pointing at him at some point here. But the rest is just about money. It's just about not losing the sponsorship. So I'm not saying think one thing or the other, but have the guts to make a stand and make your position. Yeah, I agree with these guys. I think it's perfectly fine. I think that it is the way it is. I think that Kyle acted wrongly. Have the guts to say that. Go on your channel and say, yes, Kyle, do like the CEO of the coffee company did when he liked. Yeah, well, maybe that wasn't exactly all that brave, just liking a post on social media calling Kyle a douchebag. Maybe that wasn't exactly the most courageous thing to do, but he did that, and it's there for you to see. So if you think he's a douchebag, if you think he was wrong, if you think he killed peaceful protest, I respect more the Youngturks fuckers than those that are shutting up right now. That's the way I feel. You may feel completely different. You have all the right to feel anything you want. That's the way I feel. I don't even know the names of, but the chick in Youngturks that's making up her own fantasy of events, how they went down. At least you know what you're dealing with there. Yeah, you know what you're dealing with. Now, the backstabbers and the ones that, what is it, the phrase, what is it? All that's needed for evil to triumph is for good people to do nothing and just shut up. Basically, is that the way? Okay, we're just, I mean, this is so small. The sacrifice involved here is so small. What is it? Voice your opinion, maybe lose a few bucks from your sponsor. You lose that sponsor because they didn't like what you said. That's the worst that happens to you. Maybe you are looking to build up your channel and you're hoping that, maybe if I shut up, eventually I'll get that Black Rifle Coffee money. So I'm not going to be saying anything right now because they're big. They have a lot of money. They're millionaires. They're millionaires for a reason. They do this sort of thing, right? And if you look at some of the investors, you understand more, and you look at some of the donations, because all of this keeps coming out. It keeps rolling out. It's not just the CEO, it is more and more, and it's overflowing with evidence on top of the other, and we just see what it is. Now, if you don't want to see it, if you don't want to admit it, that's perfectly fine. But the facts are out there for anyone that wants to bother. I think I saw one channel. People are so sad justifying that which has no justification, but it's all for money, guys. That's all there is. And don't confuse things, because this is not capitalism. Capitalism means that money is used as to improve the quality of life and make people's lives better. But it's not about putting money center and first only. That's pure greed. If you are like that, then you have no values of any kind. You have no moral compass whatsoever. You're no better than the thug, the dictator running Venezuela, filling his accounts because he has money. I mean, money is no problem for that guy. And guns, same thing. They have no problems with guns. They have all the guns you could possibly imagine, and they have all the money you could possibly imagine. It's just in their private accounts in some offshore, little place, kept safe. But they love money just as much as anyone else. Now, that's not what this is supposed to be. You're supposed to be better than that. And money should not be the only thing that matters to you. If that's the case, you're no different from them. You're no different from the damn dictator destroying his country just to make a bit of money. And it's even more pathetic because it's even for a lot less. For what? A sponsorship, a few bucks. Maybe it's a lot of bucks. I have no idea. No idea whatsoever. Maybe it's a lot of money, but what is it? Your livelihood depends on keeping your mouth shut. Is that the case? But guys, the purpose of this video is just to show you, because we have the example. This is the perfect example. Everyone that thought that, patriots and heroes would rise out of nowhere because every guy you see online is a hero just waiting for the occasion to rise, and no. Because if you fold for a few bucks, you're going to be folding when they give you even more bucks, even more money, and let alone when you feel threatened in the least. A person that just, sells out for a few bucks, that person will not do anything so as to, ensure freedom and liberty for your countrymen. That's not the way it works. That kind of people are the first ones that are going to be, oh yeah, yes, we're perfectly fine with this. Yes, these are very reasonable gun laws. Yes, of course, guns should be in the hands of experts, actual people that know how to use them. Why are we going to be giving, these rednecks guns? They have no military training. No way. It makes perfect sense. So you end up, giving your money to Tulsi Gabbard, who believes that same thing. But it is one thing to see that from people that you didn't exactly know their position. Now it's completely, this is even worse, because these are the same folks that swore that they believed in the right to defend yourself, they believed in the Second Amendment, and they insisted on this time and time and again. And now when it comes to make a stand, not only calling out when they see a company doing what we saw, what happened with whatever, but also in terms of standing by Kyle in this situation, in this moment, saying, no, I stand with a 17-year-old with legal complications, as this statement said. I stand with that guy. I stand with a little guy that has nothing to give me. I'm not going to be making a single buck out of him. And in fact, I'm likely to lose money because the big fish that actually has sponsorship money is going to be looking at me at, screw you, I'm not giving you a single buck more. So you're losing that, but you're standing with it? No. That's what you're seeing right now, folks. I'll check it again, but it has been super disappointed. Expected, but still disappointed to see all of these folks that, talk the talk but wouldn't walk the walk, even when the walk was just a couple feet. Man, just nothing. Just the minimal amount of effort and risk and guts involved in doing a video like this one. This is a minimal amount of courage that you can expect from someone. At least that's the way I see it. I'm not running towards the trenches with, no, but you see how people sell out. Because that's the way it is. 9 out of 10. And I'm saying 9 out of 10 because I try to be positive and keep a positive glass half full type of, because it's probably more. But 9 out of 10 minimum people let you down like this and forget about it. When it's even worse, man, just imagine how much you can count on folks like that. Guys, it's going to be all for now. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. That would be awesome. And you see the difference, If they shut up with things like these, imagine what's going to be happening when there's even more at stake, right? And prepare for what's coming. So as to do that, Street Survival Skills and the Modern Survival Manuals, my 2 books based on a lot of the crap that you're starting to see right now, and you're starting to get attuned to, and it's going to be getting more and more like this. You'll see people, switching sides and flipping and folding like a wet noodle and doing this more and more, because that's the nature of people all over the place. Everywhere in the world, it's the same thing. See you in our next video. Have an awesome day.